Zuckerberg versus Musk. Is it going to happen? Sure is gaining some traction. Sure is gaining some steam. Yesterday, I did an interview with TMZ live. They brought me on as the resident expert, so to speak, to just talk about the fight. These guys 100% believe that the fight is happening. They 100% think that the fight is happening. And not only that, Harvey, who runs TMZ, can you think of a more in the know guy on the entire planet? Seems like TMZ gets all the information, all the scoops, all the videos, all the dirt, positive, negative, everything before it happens. They're the ones who get it first. So if Harvey is out there digging, he called it his recon. He said, based upon my recon, I am thinking that the fight is happening. Quote unquote by Harvey. Myself, I've been talking to some people. Obviously, every single thing that I have heard from anybody who has anything to do with the possible fight, with the matchup, is 100% on board and moving forward in the direction that Zuckerberg versus Musk is going to happen. So I want to break down a couple things here. Obviously, there's been a tweet out there, kind of a joke. Musk said, "My mom won't let me fight." Musk is 52 years old or whatever. I don't think his mom has much to do with anything that he's doing out there. He's a billionaire. He's creating all kinds of things. I'm sure he does a couple of things that his mom disagrees with, and I'm sure his mom will forgive him if he does go through with the fight. So that to me is a moot point. One thing I also want to bring up is Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski. Two of the pound for pound best guys on the entire planet are in this picture right here with Mark Zuckerberg. There's some other videos, some other training footage. There's some other photos out there. Obviously, when you're a billionaire, there's a very great win-win scenario to go train with a tech billionaire, the owner of Meta, who seems to own the internet these days. So, of course, these guys are going to train with him, for obvious reasons. But that's not the main point here. The main point here is Zuckerberg has the ability to go train with whoever he wants, and he is. Elon Musk has the ability to train with anybody he wants, and he hasn't been training with as many people as Zuckerberg is, but it remains to be seen. Maybe he keeps his stuff a little bit more secret, a little bit more private. Maybe he's brought in the best in the entire world. We just don't know about it. But the one thing I want to draw your attention to is, if you can see this picture here, does this look like the skinny little dweeby Harvard nerd that we all thought Mark Zuckerberg was, or he was portrayed by Jesse or Eisenberg or whatever his name was in the movie The Social Network? Obviously, he always plays kind of a interesting little skinny little meek character, and maybe Zuckerberg was that, but the man has turned into a late 30s grown man, and look at the abs on this guy. Two of these guys in this picture right here are UFC world champions, and I might bring it to your attention that I believe his abs, Zuckerberg's abs, look better than Volkanovski, and I think they caught Volkanovski in a weird spot. Caught Izzy in a weird spot, but just by looking at this picture, how cool is this that Zuckerberg is standing next to those dudes? And people are talking about this video. In my TMZ interview with Harvey, they brought up his abs. And it's not just that they're cut and you can see the abs, but you can see his abdomen looks thick. He looks powerful. He looks more powerful than we all thought he was. He looks more powerful than the computer geek coding nerd that everybody wants to call him, that he just sits behind his computer 15 hours a day and codes and created this huge media company that has created him billions of dollars of net worth. The dude is training. The dude looks like he trains. The dude is training with people that he should be training with. Not just on the physical aspect, but imagine the conversation you're getting when you're sitting down in this corner over here of the gym after you get done training with these guys, to be able to pick the brains of the two of the biggest superstars in mixed martial arts and two of the biggest and best pound for pound fighters on the planet. I believe, and I already did a video on this on YouTube, make sure you check it out, is Volkanovski unbeatable? I think at 145, Volkanovski is the most complete, unbeatable guy on the planet at 145 pounds because of his composure, his cardio, and his willingness to stay in the fight and his fight IQ. Israel Adesanya, I believe, one of the most talented guys on the entire planet. His plethora of strikes, the amount of information and knowledge through osmosis, as well as through asking questions and interviewing these guys as he's sitting down with them, spending time with them, and now probably has their phone numbers where he can talk to them every single day, FaceTime, phone calls, text messages. He is surrounding himself with champion level people. So I say right now, and I posit that even if this is Zuckerberg or if this Musk fight doesn't happen, let's just say Musk does pull out. Let's just say mom grabs him by the ear and says, Elon, you can't do this. And he pulls out of the fight. I believe Zuckerberg is fighting no matter what. I believe he has made it his lifestyle. I believe he has set his life up now where it's on autopilot. He has to put out less and less fires because he's got a staff of 16 million people out there who are running Meta and Facebook and IG and all the millions of things that he's got going on. He probably doesn't have to do much. And I could be wrong. I don't mean to disrespect you, Zuck, if you're listening to this. I'm sure you work hard and do your thing. But I'm just saying he has created a lifestyle in which other people are doing things for him. Therefore, he can spend time with these kind of people, shirtless, looking jacked, turning himself into a superhero. So back to the fight. I do think the fight is happening. There's rumors out there at the Coliseum. Can you imagine Zuckerberg versus Musk at the Coliseum? Can you imagine the crowd? Can you imagine the spectacle? Even just any fight in the entire world. Two amateurs go out there and fight at the Coliseum. You're getting millions and millions and millions and millions of eyeballs, let alone two of the biggest names on the entire planet stepping into an octagon inside of the Coliseum. And if there's anybody on the entire planet that can get that done, it's one man, and his name is Dana White. And you might not like him, you might love him, but the dude can get stuff done. There's one man that can get things done in this sport especially, and that's Dana White. He makes one phone call. He cuts a deal here. He negotiates that, negotiates a deal with the whole country, if you will, because obviously the Coliseum is the cornerstone of that country. He has ways. He will find ways. When he sets his mind to something, he will get it done. Just like Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg has set his mind to this. And we've made this pseudo-political. We've made this political. Hey, you guys might have seen me on the Ingram angle with Colby Covington. Colby said, the reason Zuckerberg ain't going to win because he's a soy boy and he's a liberal and he's this and he's that. And I don't look at the political views of who they are or of what they believe in, who they are as a political figure or what side of the aisle that they are on. I look at black and white, quantifiable data. The data shows that Zuckerberg is out there looking like an absolute savage, much more of a savage than we thought he was. He's out there training with the right people. He's out there in these videos, making sure these videos are leaked so everybody knows he's serious about this fight. So, as I said, TMZ, Harvey believes this fight is happening. Dana White has come out publicly numerous times and said it's happening. You got to start believing that it's going to happen. And if it does happen, goodness gracious, I hope the rumors are true of the Coliseum. So either way, obviously there's UFC 300 coming up as well. Don't know if they're looking at UFC 300 for the Coliseum, if the Coliseum is in play, but obviously UFC 300 is going to be a huge, huge show. But either way, we got to keep talking about this because this will be, and as Dana said, the biggest fight in the history of the world. And they're going to raise millions and millions of dollars for charity. So hundreds of millions of dollars for charity. So it's a great cause. It's a great buzz. It would be a great card, probably be a great fight based upon how much these guys are training. So that's cool. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know. Hey, first of all, you backing Zuck, you backing Musk? Number two, is Zuck's abs in this picture better than Izzy and Volk's? No disrespect, boys. I love you both, but Zuck's looking good. Zuck's out there training. So leave it in the comments. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for checking all these videos out. Thank y'all so much for the love here on YouTube. God bless. We'll see you at the top.